Welcome to another video from AutoInstruct. Today we're going to be looking at the JB4 Connect Kit. Now this device allows you to connect your JB4 or JB1 from Burger Motorsports to your iPhone or Android device, get real-time data and change the map settings on the fly. Now we'll show you how to install the JB4 Connect Kit on the JB4 main board. So first of all we'll do the VGA style connector. So first of all, we'll lift the board out and push this in. Then using the supplied screws, we'll screw this into position. Now with the screws firmly in position, make sure the cable's sitting in the little cutout in the plastic tray, and we'll then run the power lead. Now the power lead actually runs in from the other side. So the easiest way to do this is to kind of squeeze the rubber boot and just feed it in with the rest of the cables. Can be a little bit tricky, but you'll eventually find a spot where the cable runs through. Like so. Now the next step is probably the most difficult, and this is using a positive tap connector to connect this cable to either one of the red power wires. So to use a positive tap, you simply unscrew it on both ends. And first of all, we'll connect it to the power wire in the harness. So using this connector, which has got a slit in it, we'll slide it over one of the harnesses. Over one of the cables in the harness, like so, and then screw it down, making sure you get the correct end of the positive tap, which is the one with the sharper point. And as we screw this down, it's actually piercing the wire sheath and therefore giving it access to power. With the power cable now tapped, we can screw in the other end slightly into the positive tap. Then get the JB4 Connect wire and push this in. Make sure you push in as far as it will go. And keep some pressure down and start to screw this one in, ensuring you're constantly pushing down on pressure so it bites. And give it a small tug to make sure it's grabbed correctly. And there we have the power connected. So that will simply sit there in the end like that. Now you simply get the JB4 case and click it back together. When that's done, we can simply find a location to stick the JB4 Connect Kit. Most people opt for the side or the top, or even somewhere on their vehicle, and then we're ready to connect the iPhone application. So here we have the JB4 mobile app, which I've paid for and downloaded from the App Store. Now I've already set up the actual device in the settings, so upon opening it, it will straight away connect to the JB4 in my Mark 7 Golf R, and there we go. So as you can see, my current screen has got RPM, I've got GPS speed, pedal input, air intake temperature, ECU, PSI and boost. So I'll give it a bit of a rev, and you see the values changing accordingly. Now as well in here, I can look at my logs, which I can take on the fly using the app. So there's a green button down there that says start logging. I can read error codes, there's none at the minute. And as well in the settings is map selection, which is really handy on the fly, and user adjustment settings. So here we have everything you can adjust as per the JB4 app on your PC or Mac. So changing these on the fly is really helpful, especially if you're doing it on the fly tweaking, or you're at a dyno and you want to tweak stuff very quickly, or even if you're just preparing for a hill climb or something like that. Now back over to the display, if you hold down on a gauge, you can change it to a whole heap of different values, as you can see here. So I might change this to my trims, I'll get the trims as a result, or perhaps the AFR. So overall the app is really sweet. I personally mount it up on my dashboard, so as I'm cruising along I can check these stats on the fly. I love personally watching the ECU PSI versus actual boost. That's a pretty cool one to have, so you know how much the JB4 JB1 is actually adding over stock.